I like to think of myself as a rank.
I actually...
Have you been here this whole time?
Maybe.
I'm going to open my unlabeled beverage, and I did this specifically because if you want your brand on our podcast, then you're gonna fucking pay us. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna enjoy my non-labeled beverage.
You enjoy your bedroll.
I will.
Welcome back to Rankings,
the show where we rank things. Wow, we have our second ever, or depending on how you look at it, third ever guest.
Yeah,
because we had
second. I lumped.
It's our second guest episode, but we had Josh and Gabe on.
It's been 15 minutes, and I've already been ranked second and demoted to third.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Hell,
you're getting it. You're picking up what we're putting down.
15 minutes? It's been fucking 1.5, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I guess since we started the episode. We have a guest today. Who are you?
My name is Alex. Some people call me Alessia. Most people can't even pronounce my name. So I am who you say I am.
Thanks for being here, Alyssa. So
there's people that can't pronounce Alax.
There's people that can't pronounce Alax is really good. Oh, that's good. Wow.
Holy shit.
So
we're off to a great start, a cracking start.
We have Alex here. Alex is a friend of the program. Our program, we all collectively met here at our school. And I think we all, in some regards, have a passion for television. In some way or another.
So.
And so that's why today we're doing the top 10 sitcoms. Which I'm very excited to get.
I'm pumped. I think I'm gonna get flamed. For all of my opinions.
In like the brief discussions we've had before this, I think I'm probably going to be the audience favorite. I think I have the most vanilla one. I think I have the most vanilla.
Would you talk with the fucking audience?
No, but just like both of you have been sitting here like, well, my list is I keep changing. It's crazy, and I'm just like, I think mine's pretty conventional. I think mine's pretty vanilla.
I get stressed when I have to rank things, put things in order, just like. Completely irrelevant, but like when you go to the doctors and they're like, rate your pain from 1 to 10. I'm like, did I get hit by a bus? I don't 3. I don't. Why am I here anymore?
Yeah, you like stub your toe. You're like, 7. That's what we. It was interesting because like this is also the first time we've done a guest episode where you and I also have a list. Last time it was entirely Josh and Gabe, but it's nice to talk to someone else who's experiencing the process that we go through for every episode for the first time.
Every single episode.
Because it's weird, like when you're sitting there, like my process for getting ready for a rankings episode is to just like I have a bunch of stuff that I know is going to be on there, like about like maybe like at most like 5 to 6, and I write them all down. That's fine, and then I Google. I just Google like for this I'd like sitcoms and I just go and I scroll through them and I just like write them all down and then I like putting them together that way. That's how I normally do my list. But like I'm not normally too committed to like all of them.
I started at 10.
Yeah, I usually start at 10.
Yeah.
Really?
No, sorry. I try to start at 10. I do end up starting at 1.
I always go 1
I start at 10. Or that's
got to be harder.
I actually think that starting at 10 would be easier. The reason I start at 1 is because my notes app won't let me continue to. It'll just go 11, 12.
If you start,
so I just go by 1. I did my list last night in bed at 2:30 a.m. I was sitting there and I was like, I need my list for tomorrow. This is the last thing I got to do before bed. So I sat there and made all my lists for today. Which if you haven't seen last week's episode, go watch it.
Yes.
And
vacation ideas.
Yeah, and I sat there and I was just like. I hate that I have to do this, but I sat there and I Google searched sitcoms. And I just sat there and I was like, which one of these are my favorite?
I had to Google it because, like, 10 through 7, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't, because, like, there's the sitcoms or the TV shows that you love. There's the shows that you are ride or die by that you have a strong connection with. But, like, I think I was able to do that more or less to, like, varying degrees of success up until 6. But then, like, for 10, 9, 8, and 7, I was like... It's really hard to look at a TV show and be like, you are my 10th favorite sitcom. You are my 7th favorite. It's a weird...
So difficult. So difficult.
I normally find the 1 to 5 pretty easy. Not pretty easy, but it's definitely the easy part. That's why I start at 1.
I find the 1 the hardest. especially with stuff that I like really enjoy. Like with vacation ideas, I really hated that list. Just because I didn't hate my list, but I hated having to make it because there's so many things that I would want to do on vacation or go and do on vacation, and I feel like 10 is such a small list for vacations.
The best thing about rankings, I think, is forcing people to be very opinionated on things that they may not typically have been opinionated.
See, like
on.
I'm the type of person where like if you ask me like, oh, what's your favorite movie? I think that's like a life or die, like life or death question. Where it's like if I don't get this right and determine in this exact
then the whole world is gonna think my favorite movie is Big Mama's House.
Yeah, like this is gonna reveal everything about my personality, so I have to answer this right. I might get it wrong. Like. Girl, it's not that deep. They just want to know what movie you saw last week and if you liked it or not. It's not like...
What would you guys say is an easier question to answer? Your favorite movie or your favorite show? Because I think the easier one is going to be favorite movie.
Damn.
Because I don't know my favorite show. I don't
know. I'm an avid TV show watcher.
Either.
Yes, I do.
Actually, no, I do have a favorite. No, TV show would be easier because I have a favorite TV show. I don't have a favorite movie.
My favorite movie is we talked about this. We did movies. That was the finale. It was Tick Tick Boom.
See, I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Tick Tick Boom
and that's
is
also your
my favorite movie.
You're right. No, that is one of my favorites.
And I wouldn't have said that until you brought up Tick Tick Boom, and I'm like, no, that's it.
Okay. I'm glad I did that. Actually, thank you.
Great.
Yeah, no, I love that movie. I love Andrew Garfield in general.
I love Andrew Garfield. He's so good. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah. Great.
I saw this slap happen at the Oscars solely because I was waiting for Best Male Actor for Andrew to win, and then it went to Will Smith anyway.
Oh.
My favorite movie is probably Back to the Future. I think
that's a solid pick.
It's and like I'm gonna say this because it's not a sitcom. I think my favorite show is probably Better Call Saul. I think I've kind of stuck with that for a while, and I really loved that while I was watching it.
My favorite TV show is a TV show from 2005 called Psych. I don't know if you guys have not heard of it. I can tell by both of your faces.
Just staring blankly.
It is a wonderful TV show. If you ever get the chance to watch it, pretty please watch it because I think you'll really like it. It's really funny.
Pretty please.
It's really funny. It's like a ton of 80s references and shit like that.
And so that's definitely more of my show than her show.
Yes,
I was gonna say I'm not well versed.
Yeah, it is. Just, I also think you would like it too because he is just witty and it's just a funny show. It's a guy that he's just.
I hate it already.
He's he's a really good detective, but he convinces the police force that he's a psychic.
Oh, I feel like you've explained this to me before.
Yeah, I've probably told you.
That
about
sounds
it for sure.
good.
That sounds familiar.
It's actually really good, and it's a comedy. Like kind of,
it's
a comedy / drama.
Before.
So it's honestly really good. Anyways, let's get into our lists.
We should.
Yeah.
Let's.
No, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get destroyed for number 10.
Go left to right. We'll go Lewis, Alex, Nick.
Okay, I hate that we start at number 10.
Whose left is that?
It's
not ours.
When I turned to look at you,
it's mine in the reflection twice.
When I turned
camera
around,
left.
Yeah. So when you're watching the video, it should be left to right.
Watch the video.
No, I'm on the right side.
of the couch.
No, I'm on the right side of the camera too.
But the camera's looking at us this way.
No, it's
I'm on the right side of the camera. Is what you can see the screen.
You just go first.
Whatever.
and we'll go from
No,
there.
but that's also flipped. So when you put the monitor back on the screen as it should be,
you may or may not be right. You might be right. Yeah.
Guys, whatever. I'm left-handed anyway. Like I still don't know my lefts and rights.
I
shouldn't be talking on this.
I have no idea what these things are. All right, my number 10, ton of hate. I know I'm gonna get it. Young Sheldon.
Oh,
interesting.
I like Young Sheldon a lot. I've actually just recently started watching it. I really like it.
I watched like 3 episodes.
I've heard good things. I think just because I didn't really love The Big Bang Theory, I'm never gonna check it out. But I've heard good things. Big Bang Theory.
So the reason I like Young Sheldon, I like Big Bang Theory's humor.
I don't hate it. I don't hate Big Bang Theory like people on the internet seem to like fucking hate it.
A lot of people really don't like it.
It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either. But Young Sheldon has the same kind of humor. I think the reason why people don't like Young Sheldon at all is because it has the same kind of humor, but it doesn't have a laugh track. And so the humor just comes off as a cringy moment happening, right? Whereas like if it had a laugh track behind it, it'd just be like, oh, that's just the thing of the show. That's how it works.
I think that probably serves the show in a good way.
It does. So I think it's people more or less getting confused about. I think they're thinking the show is cringy, when it's actually just some of the content of the show is cringy. So things happening in the show are cringy.
It's like
whereas
the British
show
Office.
itself
But
is
Sheldon's
not.
kind of cringy. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's like, but the
entire
show
family
itself,
dynamic.
Yeah, but the show itself is just portraying him. So
Exactly.
the show itself isn't cringy, but I think people think it is because cringy things happen.
Because
in
it's
the
Would
show.
you
cringe humor.
say-
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the British Office, where it's very like reliant on cringe humor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you say that, like, of course it's a blah, blah, of course it's a sitcom, but would you
Yeah.
say that it has like more of a story arc than Big Bang?
Yeah, it definitely. Well, yeah, you've obviously like you're following. That's why they can't have the laugh track, right? It wouldn't be able to work the same if you put a laugh track over it. And it's got different sets and stuff like that. They
It's
actually
shot single camera
Yeah, it's
instead
shot
of-
single
instead
camera
of
instead of
multicam.
multicam. So it's definitely, it's definitely different. But it's honestly it is a great show, and I recommend like at least giving it a try if you haven't, because I really do think it's good. Anyways, that's my
Young
defense
Sheldon.
of young Sheldon.
Bazinga! All right, you go.
All right. So my number 10, and I think I'm starting off pretty strong. I went with Good Luck Charlie, which is
Okay.
a Disney
I didn't
Channel
even
show.
think of
Yeah.
It's still considered a sitcom, and I think it is like
No, it
made for
definitely
the
counts.
entire family. I still watch it to this day. I named my dead dog after that.
Well, you
character.
named the dead dog?
I named
Yeah.
Like the dog died.
now,
And
that
you're like,
now that he's dead, I should probably give him a name.
no, my childhood dog that I got when I was 4
Okay.
passed just last year. His name was Charlie. I'm a ride or die fan of the show.
okay, I have heard of it. I've never watched it.
That's crazy.
I think I've seen
it's
like
not-
episodes, but not
I-
years.
That's crazy.
I never
What did you have
watched
to do with
Disney
your
Channel.
childhood?
My Disney shows were
Played outside.
Touch
Touch
grass.
grass.
Touch grass, fucker.
my Disney shows, I didn't watch too much of like the actual Disney Channel. I grew up watching a lot of cartoons, but
Yeah.
I watched Zach and Cody, mainly Sweet Life on Deck.
Those are
and
good
then-
ones.
And then Pair of Kings.
I just think
Okay.
that Good Luck Charlie, like, it genuinely is just suited for the entire family. So it's not like it's only for
Sing the theme
kids. Like,
song.
it has that very.
Sing the whole theme song right now, go.
I was gonna say, give me like a 1-sentence synopsis.
Oh, that's probably better.
It's just about like this chaotic family kind of like growing up, and
Okay.
one of the daughters creates these like video diaries for her
Okay.
sister Charlie, so that when she's older she has like this slew of advice and all of these stories from when she was a kid. It's so cute.
Oh, that is kind of cool. I like that. I like
It's
that a
so
lot.
cute. So every episode ends with her saying, well, like, good luck, Charlie, or like, guess, like, you need to wish me luck, Charlie, or
Okay.
If you love Good Luck Charlie, you'll love my number 10, Dog with a Blog. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? So I'm not very like ride or die by this number 10. This is just kind of a show I put here.
Oh,
But I
good.
really
So that
like
means
the-
we can kick Nick off the list at the end of the episode.
No, this is an incredible show. This is a great show. I love this show. Very funny sitcom, very fresh. It was Superstore.
Superstore, yes.
I have
remember you
not
telling
watched
me.
Superstore.
A shockingly funny show about just like a sitcom where it's like 90% of the time in the grocery store.
I've seen the first episode. It
And-
wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. It wasn't like didn't stick out to me.
Yeah,
but I liked it.
I think it's really good because it's only 6 seasons, which I think is a good
Yeah.
healthy life for a show.
Yeah.
I feel like when you go over 6 is when you start to like teeter into like
You should have made a
having more
fucking- you should have
Sitcoms
made a movie.
especially, because then they have to like dabble into really like unnatural like story arcs to like push it
People start
forward, and
having
it's like this
kids
doesn't
and,
make
like,
sense.
They start matching up
Yeah.
random people. And
Yeah.
it gets like that's normally where these start the downslope. So 6 seasons is good. The 6th season is very COVIDy because it came out like in peak COVID.
Okay.
I think like I think it came out in 2021. So like obviously that won't age super well because when at the time when it was coming out, it was super refreshing and or not refreshing, it was super original that it was like they were like doing a sitcom and it's like, yeah, like this is how grocery stores are right now. Like
Yeah.
there are all these issues. Now it just kind of like, it's kind of like, whatever. But like the first 5 seasons, it's really good. Great cast. America Ferrera is in it. The guy who plays Glenn is from the Canadian comedy troupe Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, Kids in the Hall is good.
And we were talking about on the last one, Cheyenne from Superstore is also the girl Emily in Until Dawn.
Yep.
We were talking about that in the last one, but yeah, I
We
love
did, yeah.
Superstore. I worked retail, so obviously like I can be a little biased towards it, but like it's a shockingly funny show. Like I think it's way funnier than I would have thought from a sitcom that's in a grocery store.
Does it capture what it's like to work in retail?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of funny bits about it, and also just the way that they're able to get away with doing stuff that are a lot weirder is always really fun. Like one of my favorite bits, without spoiling why, is the character Sandra is they're like having like a little like mock funeral for a character at the store, and she's playing "Creep" by Radiohead on the ukulele, and then the main character Jonah is like was Brett a big Radiohead fan? And he's like, no, it's the only song she knows. And she's like sitting there, and she's like looking around like, I don't belong here, like trying to like be like, huh? Isn't this good? It's like one of the funniest fucking scenes to me is like just like just like everyone standing there quietly like, I'm a creep.
That's I can't imagine hearing "Creep" at a fucking funeral. Oh my god.
You're number 9.
My number 9. Okay, so I haven't seen this entire show, and I only know what I've seen because my mother watched it. A lot of times when my mom watched the show and I was still living with my mother, I would walk by and I'd be like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And then I would sit down and watch for like 3 episodes.
Yeah,
my brother used to do that a lot too.
New Girl.
I like New Girl.
I like Zooey Deschanel just specifically. She's a great actress.
I did not know she was an elf for the longest time. I did not know that she was the girl in Elf.
She's an elf?
She's
like the blonde one.
She's the girl
she's
in
Elf. Oh, okay.
So she's an elf.
So you'd never guess it. She's pretty tall.
You never saw like the pointed ears? I don't.
Yeah, that's why she always says her hair's long.
Yeah.
I've never seen New Girl, but
It's a shame.
Well, I've seen episodes. I've never watched it all the way through, but
Same.
I've really liked what I've seen.
No, same. I honestly, I just like the dynamic. I think it captures just kind of the whole living with friends.
The roommate, yeah.
And yeah, I think it does it pretty well. That's why I like it. And it's just it's a feel good.
Oh, it
all
totally
the
is.
characters
Yeah.
are likable. You know, there's not really like in Superstore, I have like one of the main characters, Mateo. I can't stand him. I never find him funny. I keep trying to like him, and I never do.
Yeah.
But in New Girl, I don't remember. And again, I haven't seen that as much of it. But I don't. No one comes to mind when I'm like the character who's like, oh, that guy sucks. Get him off my screen.
Yeah. No, I can understand that.
You're number 9.
All right.
9?
So I want to just give a little preface before I say my number 9.
Okay.
Number 9.
And that is that I am a sitcom girl through and through. And so that means when I like a sitcom.
Yeah, that happens to be why this episode is the episode it is.
That's crazy. I never
We're gonna do
thought
top
you guys
10
pieced
math
it together.
formulas.
Yeah.
Arcane math.
Equals MC squared.
That was pretty.
Number
Well,
1.
as a sitcom girly, I tend to like watch the same ones over and over and over and over again. So this one is fairly new to me, which is why it's so low on my list. But I
Okay.
do think it's one of the better ones that I've seen.
Okay.
Number 9 is Community that Nick introduced me to.
Community. She's only on season 3 out of
I
the
am.
6 seasons, so I
Okay.
understand why you wouldn't want to put it higher. I will.
So
But the fact
Community's
that
on
it
your-
made it on the
Community's on your
list.
Community's
then.
on my list, and it is
Yeah.
high on my
The
list.
fact that
Okay.
it made it on the list is a really big deal that I'm only halfway through currently watching it and like just picked it up. Like
I love Community.
I've never seen it either.
it does a really
God, you
good
do yourself a
job
disservice. You gotta
like
watch it.
genre bending.
Yeah.
And like just exploring I don't know, different like character avenues really in like a really like witty way, I'd say.
Yeah.
Really?
It oozes creativity.
It does.
It's
It's very artsy.
insane.
It's,
Okay.
It's not like for arts kids, but like I feel like you can like pick up on it more and be like, this is
Yeah.
something really cool that I would want to make, or like a
Okay.
little throwaway. Like how about if a show, but every episode was a different genre?
Like they
Okay,
do,
that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
and it's not like you won't notice it like when you start season 1, but like
Yeah.
around the first episode I was telling her where it kicks off is they do like a mobster style movie. It's like something like American Poultry is the episode name, and it's where they
it's so stylistic.
Okay.
like on the episodes they do like homages to different genres in like shows and movies. So like sometimes like the camera and the lighting will change for the style of episode they're doing. Like
One of the last episodes I watched, which is definitely one of my favorite, is one of my favorite character, Abed. He has like him and his roommate Troy have an entire room where they just the dreamatorium where they just like imagine different scenarios and basically play pretend.
That's cool.
But
the
they,
whole
like-
room is empty except like orange tape like in a grid all around.
And they just like walk through different scenarios that would have like they thought would happen with their friends, and like through imagining it kind of like transported you into
Yeah.
like if it were to actually happen. Like, it was cool as shit.
Yeah, that's pretty
Just
dope.
very creative, very stylistic. I
Okay.
like the show.
I love
Thank you for
Community.
putting me on,
I gotta
Nicholas.
check out Community then.
You've got to. I love Community. That's what got me like first semester, first year.
Yeah.
And like adapting to being in a whole new environment. And I was
A
watching
whole new community, would you say?
Yes, dare I say. Fuck, I love Community. So good.
What's your number 9?
Right, I am next. My number 9 is How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Good
that,
show.
A
Yeah.
show that like exactly. That's exactly how I'd put it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's not anything crazy. It's not like I don't think it's bad. I don't love the finale. I am one of those. I do wish that they just had it with everyone here's seen it, right?
Yes.
Portions, yeah.
So, do you mind if I talk spoilers?
Go for it.
So,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert for
How
How I
about
Met
the
Your
rest
Mother.
of the audience?
Fuck him. Spoiler alert for How I Met Your Mother. I do wish
For
they
the
just
entire
kept,
series?
Yes, this is for the finale.
Maybe
This
I
is
don't
the
want to
whole-
hear it then.
This is the whole
Maybe
point of the
not.
show.
Maybe not.
The whole point of the show is How I Met Your Mother, and
Well,
he's
yeah.
about to reveal
Okay,
who the
maybe I
mother
don't
is.
want to hear that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
Okay.
I'll
This is
tiptoe
hard
around
to
it. The
talk
point
about
is
then.
there's a I'll figure it out.
I'm so
'cause-
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll get there. I'm gonna yes and my way through this. Good
luck.
There's a thanks, Charlie. There's an ending. There's an ending that you think it's gonna have for
Yeah.
the whole last season.
Okay.
And then it kind of doesn't do that. And I
Okay.
wish they did the ending that they had been setting up
It's
for
a
the
like
whole
double
final
plot
season.
twist.
Okay.
It's
All right.
It's if they had kept with the ending, I didn't mind it. A lot of people didn't like the last season at all. I liked the last season. I think
Yeah.
it was a fun show. I don't regret my time with it. I don't revisit How I Met Your Mother. I don't rewatch it. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I did watch it because there was a lot of good moments in that show. The characters are all very likable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It is also on my list, so I don't know if I want to get to it now, but I do kind of like the ending without spoiling it.
I'll-
But there's different avenues to go down, and that sounds like a later problem without actually talking about the ending.
I'll also say that it's on my list and fairly high up on my list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you haven't seen
even
it.
watched it.
I have. I've seen portions and from it's the only show that is this
But
high
you
up
don't
on my
know the
list.
ending.
No.
You have gone
Oh, no, I know.
all of the years of your life kind of watching the show,
Yeah.
and you still don't know the ending.
It is the
not on
only-
TikTok, not on Instagram, not through friends chatting. You've never heard the ending.
Also,
It is the only thing on this list
Holy fuck.
where I have not seen very much of the show, where I know I like the show a lot and I want to watch it. I just haven't. Found
Also,
the
that
time.
theme
That's
song.
crazy.
That theme
Yeah.
song, though.
Yeah, it's a good theme song.
Oh, wow. I didn't do that well.
I just like that show. I've liked everything that I've seen about it.
Jason
And,
Segel.
and all the episodes that I've seen,
I
because
love
I have seen a
Jason
few
Segel.
episodes too. My brother used to watch it, so I used to sit down and just kind of watch episodes with him.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
You're number 8.
My number 8 is The Good Place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not.
really a pun, but no.
I
pun
don't
intended.
think I ever reached the end, but I got it.
I never reached the end, but I
Fairly
think
good
I was
way
like
in.
2 seasons into it,
This
right
is one that
before
I
the plot
did watch.
twist.
Yeah, this is one that I did watch.
I know the twist. I've seen the twist on TikTok 1,000
Yeah.
times.
Have you?
I
don't know if
I
do.
know the
I might
what?
not.
What the fuck?
Have you watched any of the
don't-
shows on
Can
your
I
list?
reveal this one
Yes,
at least?
but- yeah,
you
go
have
for
to
it.
know
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
fine.
They're actually in the bad place. They were never in the good place.
Okay, no, I think I did know that.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna
yeah,
say
even I
that's
knew that, and
ridiculous.
I haven't
Like
seen the show at all. But
that was the point that I stopped watching at, which
you were
is
like,
unfortunate.
okay.
No,
Okay.
it just I don't know what happened. I think it was one of the shows that I watched with my mom kinda when
Yeah.
like she was watching it, and then it never continued. But I
lot of
thought that
this-
was one of the best plot twists. That was a bit
Yeah.
heavy. I think it was a really good plot twist.
my thing, I think this should be. I should have prefaced this beforehand. My thing with sitcoms is a lot of them I haven't watched fully through.
That's crazy.
It's like I'll sit down, I'll watch a few episodes of it because it's on.
I
kinda thing.
When I start a sitcom, I typically watch it all the way through until I finish it, like slowly throughout like a month or two.
Yeah.
Don't really watch much of anything else like on any streaming services until I finish it. Then I very rarely now though like go back and rewatch sitcoms that I watched like after being like a young kid.
Yeah.
Like there's some and they're on my list and I'll get to them. But I watched for the first time when I was in like middle school, and those ones I still rewatch a lot. But then like I love Community.
Yeah.
And it's, but like I haven't rewatched that as much just because I watched it for the first time last year.
I am an avid rewatcher. Like
Me
in
too,
class, when
but,
people are
it's
like,
not-
"Have you
not
seen
ever
this?
sitcoms,
Have you
it's-
seen that movie? Have you seen the show?" And it's like I watch a decent amount of TV, especially before university when shit got all busy in high school, elementary school.
Shit got all busy. You mean there was a pandemic?
Yeah. And
Shit
there was
was
that
real
silly little thing.
Silly little cold that went
Yeah.
around.
I don't understand. I have a vest and I still got a virus. Said the planet. That was my really good computer COVID joke. Where were we?
Talking about.
Talk about sex.
We were talking about
Lewis, you're number 8.
Kim Kardashian and.
Her crispy R's. No, that's Courtney.
Yeah, I said The Good Place. Let's go on to you. What's your number 8?
Good place. The one thing I did want to say about that real quick is that like
No.
it's is that I'm pretty sure it's got a lot of the people who worked on The Office and Parks and Rec, and that's
Yes.
why I want to check out The Good Places because I haven't seen Parks and Rec yet either, but I've heard a lot of good
Neither,
things about Parks
which is
and Rec.
why it's not
and
on
I
my
did
list.
really like The Office.
So I did. I will say that as well. I did only put things on my list that I have
so
seen.
did I. That's
Same.
and
I have
Same.
seen at
typically
least
that's
a
what
few
we do.
episodes. I do. I know that I like the show.
Maybe I should. I'll say that to the camera because we did that for when we were on Redacted. We did the movies and we were talking about how we only did talked about movies that we'd seen because like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right to defend something that you're like because I've heard it's really good.
Exactly.
So there are probably going to be some sitcoms and stuff left off the list that we haven't watched because like it's not going to be fair to the show. You
Yeah.
know, like it probably won't get onto the final list if no one here can defend it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So
I agree with doing that. We should only
Yeah.
be rating like shows, songs,
That we've
anything
seen.
like that we've listened to or seen. Yeah.
You're number 8?
All right, so my number 8 is only so low because I wouldn't have considered it a sitcom until I googled a list of sitcoms.
Okay.
Jury Duty.
Jury Duty.
I
was
did see it
just
when I saw
released.
it.
What a joke. Sorry.
Wow.
I no.
Wow.
Did you hear it? You didn't hear it.
No, I didn't hear it either.
I did not hear that.
Joke.
You can tell because there was a prompt.
There was a yeah. I didn't. Sorry. I should have made it louder so you could hear it. There you go.
There we go. I think
Continue.
it is one of the best new shows to come out in a while, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
It was really entertaining. I don't know if I want them to do it again because that
It's
poor
so
guy.
unethical, it seems.
But it was really
so
funny.
entertaining. I think it was just such a fresh format.
Do you know what
honestly.
jury duty is?
Never seen
So
it.
jury duty is actually I'll let you explain it.
I've been called to it a few times, but I.
but
Have you actually?
No.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
But I didn't go, and then I have to move because they're looking for me.
My mom was called to jury duty once
So-
when I was a kid, and I was like, "No! Oh my! What does this mean for the family?"
So basically, the show is about these jurors and this case.
Yeah.
And the twist is that everyone on the jury, the entire case, everyone in the courtroom is an actor except for one guy who thinks he's just a part of a documentary for this case.
They like Truman Showed it.
It's completely unhinged. Like,
So wait, is it an actual? Like,
No.
is the
Some guy. They did
it's
like
actually a
some
random
guy
guy?
named
yeah,
Ron.
who's not an actor. He's
Is it
not
Ron?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
He's not an actor. He's not like he was like a carpenter or something beforehand. They did like a bunch of auditions for like people.
he just
for,
thought he
like,
was in a
thing.
documentary.
Yeah.
I've got to fucking watch
Like, he
that.
thought
It's on
he was
Prime.
called by the government.
It's really entertaining. It's really funny. But
Wow.
And it's complete. Like, when I say it's completely unhinged, I mean they take you out of the courtroom because, like, you know,
Many
when
times.
you go to jury, depending on the case, you kind of have to like say, I can't remember the word, but you
Isolate?
say yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you isolate. There's some other like government official word, but so they're like in a
Isolation.
hotel room together. They're all in a hotel together. Like, it gets to the point of them like showing these like two jurors like soaking, like this guy's asked to like jump on the bed for them. Like, it is.
It was no, but it's the
That's
guy from the
insane.
It's the guy from the Sonic movie. And he was also
Jim
hot.
Carrey?
No.
James Marsden.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. He's in it as himself. Like
Okay.
he's in on the joke, but he's there as celebrity. I should have put that in air quotes. He's a celebrity.
As Jim Marston.
It's really funny.
That's so funny.
I know Google called it a sitcom, but I saw
don't-
that too. But then I deemed it not a sitcom. I
Right?
deemed it reality TV.
See,
That's
it's
what I would
not
deem it.
reality.
Well, because like that's
It's not at all
yeah, 'cause
reality. It's completely scripted for the most.
and it is situational comedy, but like also like it's just like I don't know.
They go to Margaritaville one night.
Oh, they do.
It's so funny.
And everyone was allowed, like they were saying, like in behind the scenes interviews, that like all the actors were only allowed one real drink,
Okay.
and the rest were all.
But this one person.
virgin.
Yeah.
This one person that never drinks accidentally got all of these alcoholic beverages. So like one of the actual like cast members ended up wasted.
That's really funny.
It's really smart. It's very like as a media kid, as a multicam kid, it is a very well produced show, and I know exactly what goes behind making it.
Yeah.
So with like watching it and just like having all of that, I guess all of that knowledge. it's very
Yeah.
well done.
Alright.
It's very funny in the way it's put together. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you should check it out.
I will watch that.
It's-
I'm getting some great recommendations today. I'm
Yeah, this is
excited.
great.
Here's another
Yeah.
one, a classic, one of my mom's favorites, one of
Yeah.
my brother and my mom's favorites,
Yeah.
and I really love this show. Arrested Development.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Incredible cast: Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Michael Cera, David Cross.
Did they ever finally catch development?
It's basically it's a show where this very wealthy family, the Bluth family, their dad gets arrested in the pilot for like I think like I don't know, some charge, and so all their assets get frozen. It's similar to Schitt's Creek. That
I
it
was
came out
about to
first.
say that's
Okay.
what vibes it's giving me.
And then you basically just follow this family's hijinks, and it's such a it got canceled after 3 seasons, and then Netflix revived it for 4 and 5 like a few years after. It's a very smart show. It's a very well written show, and it's basically it was ahead of its time, because like part of the problem with the show was that like it was airing on network television. That was it. And there's a lot of callbacks. There's a lot of stuff that they set up in earlier episodes that pay off later. So when you're
Yeah.
streaming it works great, because like you're watching them all like pretty close to one another. But on network television, like there's a chance you missed like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So like people got confused and shit. But like it's such a well written and like such an entertaining show, especially those first 3 seasons.
Honestly, like
so good.
say what you will about Netflix shows, Netflix does a great job at picking up cable shows that need a little bit more time.
I agree that it was nice that Arrested Development got 2 more seasons, but those 2 more seasons are like I think pretty significantly worse than the first
The problem
3.
is that
Yeah.
like Netflix will skew the hell out of the shows.
and
once they're picked
Netflix
up.
has these weird contracts with their actors too, right?
That's
Where
true.
it's like
Yeah.
where it's like they're not hired for one TV show. They're hired for like, do 3 shows and a movie and you're done. And it's like, so you see the same
6
person
seasons
in
in a
like
movie.
multiple different like Netflix things, and you're like, this is weird. And so you'll see, you can actually notice it if you go through like the eras of Netflix movies. You can notice like a lot of the same main actors in different parts, and you can almost tell how long their contract was.
Yeah.
Just based off of how long they were doing stuff for Netflix, which is a really weird way of doing contracts,
Yeah.
I think.
The thing is that was so weird about season 4 of Arrested Development, and I've talked to you about this before, is that they had the cast had blown up since the show had ended, because like all those people I just named, like they're very big actors. They had a lot of yeah, they exploded. They went everywhere, limbs, and so when they originally shot season 4, instead of it being an ensemble, it was like each episode would focus on like 2 characters. Like we paired these 2 up for this whole episode, and they didn't have the restrictions of being on a network show, like you have to be 22 minutes. So they had longer episodes with less characters, and it didn't work. So since then, they've gone back
crazy.
and re-edited
kind of
season 4 on Netflix. So if you watch it, this is the version of season 4 you'll be presented with, where they spliced up the episodes to have them be like A and B plots and have more characters be in more episodes. And it's
Doesn't
crazy.
that sound like more work to you?
Well,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
If you ever have to re-edit something that's already been published, that's already more work than you ever should have had to do.
Like that is ridiculous.
Even if
And
you like, I'm a big advocate of just owning up to. I know you didn't like the content. I'm very sorry. I'll make something better in the future. I'm not much of a go back and fix it kind of guy.
Like you can't, but like the whole idea of originally like ripping apart an ensemble show, that is terrible.
Yeah, can you imagine like
the
a season of
dynamic-
Modern Family where like you watch a whole episode and it's just Mitch and Cam, and then the next episode is just Claire and Phil, and then the next episode is just Jay and Gloria? Like
That's ridiculous.
That wouldn't work.
And like I
wouldn't
understand
like that.
scheduling conflicts, but like post is magical place. Like there is
Yeah.
so much editing that could have been done. It just would have had to be planned in pre-production. Like
You're number 7.
Yeah. So my number 7 is Big Bang Theory. Because I just
Bare Naked Ladies did the intro. I love them.
they helped me pass to exam in grade 10. Very grateful.
The Bare Naked
The
Ladies.
song, the
Big Bang
song
Theory
that they
song.
did. Yeah.
okay.
Our whole
Science
universe was
test.
in a hot, dense state.
I
Shout out Miss Alcabir.
just have good memories of. I just have good memories of Big Bang Theory because my grandmother loved it, so she just always
My
had it
uncle
on.
loved it.
My
yeah.
dad, my nope, that's why my mom likes it. So that was one of the shows where I'd
You know
always
what?
walk
I
in
do-
and be like, oh,
I
Yeah.
do feel like
Sheldon.
every Zoomer, or at least like every Gen Z kid who was born, like I'll say earliest of like 2002. I'll say probably in and around then, has had a family member that watched The Big Bang Theory. Because like I'd go to my uncle's, or like when we went camping and we'd use his trailer, and like he would have Big Bang Theory on the TV in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like Big Bang Theory was everywhere.
Dude, I honestly in it, and I do like the humor in it too. It's a lot of people. For some reason, a lot of people try to like. I can understand why they do it, but they try to compare it to Friends. Like, oh, it's never going to be the new Friends. It's never going to be, and it's like obviously not. But that's not what they're trying to do either.
not even close.
No, it's not anywhere close to what they're trying to do. I don't understand why I hear that so
And,
much.
Like I get the criticisms about the laugh track, because like I fully agree that it's like I don't like laugh tracks now.
Yeah.
But like when it started,
because of Big Bang Theory.
yeah, when it started, laugh tracks were definitely like on their way out, but they weren't gone yet.
Yeah.
Like How I Met Your Mother has a laugh track, which a lot I including myself normally forget because it's much more subtle.
Yes.
But by the time Big Bang Theory ended in like 2018 or whatever, 2019.
Yeah.
The laugh track had very much died.
And it was I don't. It was a.
But when they started, I don't think they thought they were going to go for like 10 seasons.
No.
And also they didn't know what the trajectory of sitcoms were going to be. Like now we're in very like typically single cam
Yeah,
or
it's very
mockumentary.
anti sitcom right now.
Yeah, like the traditional like 3 camera and a
Yeah.
set.
Bring back sitcoms.
Yeah.
Please.
No, I
I'll
honestly-
do it.
I-
It's
I'm-
fine.
I can deal with laugh track, not laugh tracks. If it's a live studio audience, I typically don't mind.
Yeah.
When it's added in post is where I'm just kind of like, shut up. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care.
I just feel like it needs to be on there because it is just one of the most influential sitcoms. Like if you think sitcoms,
It's a good show.
Big Bang Theory comes to your head, and there's a reason for that. It's not. It doesn't come to your head because it's a bad show.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a staple show. It's a
Good.
show
I
that
can give-
everyone's seen at least
I can
one
stomach
episode
good,
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's great,
That's why it's 7.
but it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all right with it at
Yeah,
7.
like it's better than Young Sheldon.
yeah, it's
as
better-
of right now.
it's better than bad. It's good.
Honestly, to be fair though, I might get to the end of Young Sheldon and absolutely adore it. The reason I started watching Young Sheldon is like I just kept seeing clips of it.
On TikTok, same
Yeah,
here.
and I'm just
Same.
like I need to fucking get this out of my
The
system.
kid's like big now, though. He
He's
like popped up on
15.
my
His
dude.
voice-
Damn.
His
15.
voice deep
Dude.
into.
I'm watching the first episodes and I'm like I didn't know they were this young when it started. So he was 9
Yeah.
when it started, and the older brother was 13.
Oh shit, he had a big age jump.
Yeah.
The older brother's my age now,
Damn. Not so young anymore, huh, Sheldon?
and I'm like, oh, never mind.
I remember-
Because I honestly
Damn.
I thought he would be older first of all, because I was like this kid looks old. In all the new clips I'm seeing, he looks old.
He looks like 20 something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's 20.
You're 20?
You're 20?
Oh man.
I was kind of annoyed when I saw that. I searched it up the other day and I was like, really?
I hate when I find
And then
out
I saw that-
actors are younger than me.
Well, and then I saw that Sheldon was 15. And I
Yeah.
was like, that doesn't seem right. Because he's huge. I saw a TikTok with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got
Did you see
tall,
that?
which makes sense. Sheldon's really tall in Big Bang Theory. Like that's a
Yeah.
good thing to
Great
have
cast,
happen.
yeah. To be fair, his voice is deeper than regular Sheldon's is now.
Yes, yeah,
So,
Jim Parsons.
Yeah, Jim. I love Jim Parsons' voice. He
Yeah.
has a great voice for doing the voiceovers.
Yeah.
too.
He does.
Yeah.
You're number 7.
My number 7 is How I Met Your Mother. So we're
Yeah.
circling back
Yeah,
for a
I
minute.
like How I Met Your
Okay.
Mother.
Usually when we circle back, we just end up moving through again.
But if you have
Yeah.
new stuff you'd like to add to How I Met Your Mother, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got nothing without spoiling the ending.
Just that you like the ending and I
I
don't like the
personally-
ending. And if
I'm
you've seen
so
How I Met Your
sorry.
Mother,
I
I'm
do.
so
I
sorry.
like the ending. I mean, I think one of the pairings might have been better elsewhere, is what I will say. But
Yeah.
I do like that they were paired up.
I just think that they should have
think that was good.
stuck with.
I didn't get anything, so there you
They,
go.
they should have stuck with what they were doing in the last season. I think that
I
would have
didn't-
been the I think that would have been the best ending for the
Blissfully
show.
ignorant.
I
at the
didn't care
moment.
for her, so the fact that it wasn't her, I was fine with that.
Yeah, fuck her. I don't care for
Fuck
her. either.
her.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Oh
No.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother. It's just one of those sitcoms. It's like well, let me see what my next one is because
What's your number 7?
I
Yeah.
think this about a good few shows where okay, my number 7 is Friends. I like
Okay,
Friends.
cool. Yep.
Friends is good. It's a good show. It's a good sitcom. As soon as Emma gets introduced, like Rachel's kid,
Yeah.
Rachel and Ross's kid, that's where they start to lose me. And I've seen it for so long,
Yeah.
I've since seen more shows that I like better than it. I think
Okay.
Friends is a staple sitcom, like one of the probably the show you think of when you hear the word sitcom.
Yeah.
But like a big part
Same.
of that was popularity. I do think that there's been better shows since. I love
Yes.
Friends though. Don't get me wrong.
I'm a Friends stan.
Okay, so just let's get this out of the way. My number 6 is Friends.
Oh, okay, yeah, sick.
So
I
your Friends is really fucking high. Isn't
I
it?
feel like her Friends
Yeah.
is gonna be, and I won't look at you because you'll probably. I don't think you're good at having a
She
poker
can't
face.
poker face? Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Friends is probably gonna be number 1 for her, if not number 2.
Okay.
It's a really good
no,
show.
good poker face. Actually, there you go. Good job.
It's a good show.
I
That's all I'll say.
I do really like Friends. I don't think it's bad. I
Again,
just put it at
one of the shows that I've watched like minimal amounts of in terms of like actually watching the entire
is
fucking show.
Crazy.
It's
I just don't watch sitcoms.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's
it
10
is.
seasons. It's a big commitment, and
It
it's
is.
another one of
I've
those things where it's like after like season. I think Friends for me was good up like was consistently good from seasons 1 to 7, which is great.
Okay.
I have rarely, if ever, gone back and visited 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
I cannot count the number of times I watch Friends. I can't.
No, me
I've
neither.
lost track. I mean,
Really?
I mean, start to end. It's not like, oh, let me pick off. I like this one episode in season 4. No. Like 1 through 10, over and over and over again.
The first,
I can count.
the first time I watched Friends was probably like grade 7. So like I've had that show like
Same.
for a long time, and that's part of the reason why it's lower on my list. Where it's like I went the opposite way that you did, where like you stuck with it, and it's just like me, just kind of like
Yeah.
I have a different show from Friends that is really high on my list that like I had watched before Friends, and that's why I think like it'll make sense when we get
I
there.
was gonna say let's talk about Friends later on, anyways, because you're
Yes.
gonna want to heavily defend it once we get to your.
So you're number 6 now.
My number 6 is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh my God.
Another
I
one where I
would-
feel
Oh my God, this is wonderful.
I don't think I'd put it at like a top 5 for me personally. I think it but I really enjoyed the show.
Okay.
I do have Brooklyn Nine-Nine on my list.
This is one of the shows that I've watched a ton of.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Another one for me that didn't necessarily stick the landing.
Yeah.
I think they kind of like, but like seasons 1 through 5, I
Yeah.
think are really good.
They're really
But
good.
I understood what they did towards the ending. It was around the time where, was it just before COVID or just after COVID when there were all of the protests and riots for
It was
Black
just,
Lives Matter
just after.
and the
was like-
ACAB
Yeah.
That was like
movement.
Oh,
that was like May or June,
Yeah,
somewhere in
that's
there.
that stuff. I don't mind. I just didn't like. We've all seen the whole show, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen the entire show. But that's-
God damn it!
Hell, man.
you can, I'm like a season off or something like that. I don't know.
I'm
it's-
going to talk about specifically why I don't like the last season.
just go
I
for
think
it.
I think we'll agree on this one.
I don't like that
Spawn-
Rosa.
or
Rosa left.
I don't-
spoiler
Rosa-
alert again.
yeah, spoiler alert. Rosa, she's still in the show, but she
Yeah.
quits the force.
Okay.
I thought that was weird. I thought
That is kinda
it
weird.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I won't say why, but I don't. I get what they were going for with Jake's ending, but I don't love it because it didn't feel like they were building up to that happening. It just
Yeah.
felt like it happened.
Okay.
They were like, we just need something to. We need some resolution here. Also, like I never really liked Hitchcock and Scully.
Yeah.
But like Hitchcock is just on an iPad the whole season until like the very end. It was like
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. It suffers from the same problem as late seasons of Community, where it's just like they kind of had like cast come and go. And
Yeah.
they
I
had
was
to
gonna
but
say
I
for
think-
me, I loved Gina. So when she
Okay.
left, I think the show did a really good job of kind of
Gina was definitely the character that they could have lost, but like
Yeah, she's easier.
I was gonna
but,
say I think they filled the time properly without her character, but I think she was so funny. I really think she was like the heart of the show, in my opinion.
She
honestly,
added a great layer to the cast, like to the ensemble, because like she was not a cop, and she was always like a very like a
so out of pocket.
no, she was
ridiculously out of pocket, but
like-
it made it really, really good. She added a very, very good dynamic.
for sure. I definitely like. The show definitely dropped off post Gina. I think the season where she's gone, I don't think it's bad, but it definitely like that's where it started the decline.
Yeah.
And like I just personally think Community did it better with the fixing the leaks in the boat than Brooklyn Nine-Nine did.
Okay.
But I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is my number 6?
Yeah, your number. Yeah, 6.
8675309.
Because I also have Brooklyn Nine-Nine on my list.
I have Brooklyn Nine-Nine on my list as well.
Yeah.
But it's not next. I know that.
Good show.
It is a great show.
My number
I do
6
like it.
is The Office. I watched The Office for the first time.
Okay.
Also, I think in around grade 7, I like The Office.
What is your issue with The Office? You got an issue with The Office?
It's not an issue with The Office. I never got into it.
Okay.
I would
Some
like
people didn't.
watch it, air quotations,
Yeah.
with my ex, so
I
I never
know-
like got through it, and when I watched it, I never enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
I knew people that I know people still that really don't like The Office and will refuse to watch actually no, my girlfriend right now, she will refuse to watch
The Office has like the same problem as like the Beatles, where like it got really popular, so people just hate it because it's popular. You know what I mean? Where people are like, the Beatles are overrated, and the Beatles are terrible, and it's like, no, you're just flat out wrong about that.
Yeah,
they were so influential, and so many of their albums are classics. Like The Office is like the first.
But The Office is like a remake of The Office.
It's
no.
The first episode is a remake. After that, they did their own thing.
Yeah,
But I think comparing them to Beatles status is a bit
no.
too
I'm not comparing
far.
them to Beatles status. I'm comparing their issue with that. Like people hate it because it was big.
We'll talk about The Office later as well because I've got it on my list as well.
Okay. So we'll move past it. Another show I don't think stuck the landing. That's why it's a little bit higher up on mine.
Okay. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is my number 5. So we can skip right through.
I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is also my number 5, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So what's your 5?
My five is Modern Family.
You have a Modern Family? Oh my! This is so
My
wild.
number 5 is Modern Family.
Alex, you and I are so in sync, dude.
We just had the same
Are you
spot
on
for
your
Brooklyn
period too?
Nine-Nine.
No, I'm joking.
How did you know?
What's that?
Can you guys talk to me? I also like grammar.
Yeah.
It's a really good show, Modern Family.
You know what's funny about Modern Family is it was on my list and I took it off for whatever I had at number 10.
Modern Tragedy.
Superstore.
The more I watch it, though, I will say the more I hate some of the characters, but hate in a good way. Hate in like, I need this to move the show along for the plot. Like Mitch and Cam, oh my god. Like Lily. Not that her character is the problem. The fact that they had Lily was
honestly,
the problem.
dude, Lily's shitty actress. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Hire better kids. Yeah, I don't have Modern Family on
Just
mine
so
at all.
wholesome, I
and
think.
You said Brooklyn Nine-Nine was your 5. Okay, so Modern Family is my 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did we have
Well, I'm playing catch up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you say something and then I say it again.
Well, my 4 is New Girl.
No fucking
So
way.
we're circling back.
I love New Girl, dude.
It's a good show.
I need to watch more of it. I know I do because it is just such a feel good show.
I think it like stays good too. It's not like it really dips at the end. I mean, it kind of changes the dynamic, but like rightfully so. You're getting older. Like that's what
life.
happens. I think
It's
same
life.
thing with Friends though. That's how it goes.
That's like I agree. Like I don't hate this like most stuff about Friends. I just found that like whenever like when they had the kid. And I know that's an adult part of it. I'm like, I think you've gotten too far away from the
But
original
they're, like,
premise of the show.
32 at that
Nick's just
point.
getting scared. He's like, he's
Nah.
he's looking at the early seasons and being like, I relate to these people and they've got a kid by the end. I don't know how I feel about
But
this.
like, keep in mind, like Friends is so refreshing to me because they start in their like mid 20s.
Yeah.
and that's so hopeful
they start
because
in their,
none of them have their own shit to put
I guess they
together.
do.
Nobody has
They start in
anything
their
sorted
mid-20s.
out.
No
Yeah,
one
they
has
do.
anything put together, and then by the end of the show, they're in their like young 30s, young to mid 30s, and they're finally like getting a hold of their craft.
No, same thing with New Girl. That's what makes it good. They progress.
I get that, but like when they have the kid, I feel like they don't like change enough where like it's like, because the thing that worked about Ben is that like
they don't change enough.
Ben just
kid to be older.
What do you mean?
Ben just disappears. No, but I get that.
falls off the
but
face
like
of the
Ben,
earth.
Ben is born in like season 1, right? And that's fine because he's split between Carol and Ross, and that works because it's like, all right, I can believe that like
In which
all
case
all
Ross is a terrible father.
He is, but like in all this time that we are not seeing Ben, or like all like Carol's doing the parenting part of it, and like there's just there's babies and children, and I feel like they don't like do much. They're just kind of there. Like, it's, to me, Emma is so clearly we gotta mix it up. What if Rachel had a kid? It's so clearly that, and not just in my opinion, and not just like a natural development, because even just the whole thing, I don't know, it's too chaotic. It's like, oh my God, Ross and Rachel had an affair. Oh my God, Rachel's pregnant. Oh my God, they have a kid now.
Yeah,
like,
but the 90s, could you imagine watching that on cable TV? What, it's like Thursdays at 8 p.m. You're sitting down with your, oh my God, Rachel's having Ross's baby after 6 seasons and they're not even together.
Yeah, you're 15, you've got a yogurt tube, and you're screaming at your TV.
It's just stupid. I'm screaming at my phone because, for me, it's just like, that's when Friends got to the point where I was like, I'm not buying it as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's starting to feel like TV shows.
What got us to talk about Friends? Oh, because you said your number.
No.
No,
I don't even remember.
We were talking about New Girl.
We were briefly talking about New Girl.
And that's how we got into
we're going to be doing all this all over again, and I'm actually going to be swinging.
Yeah, no, same here.
So you said New Girl. What was your
number 4? So then,
yes.
Do you have anything else you want to add to New Girl?
No, we're so far past that.
We talked about her a lot.
Okay, so my
she's not new anymore.
Yeah, old girl. Where's that girl?
It's just Betty White. That'd be a great show.
So
R.I.P. Betty White, by the way.
My
I miss
number
her.
4. I think I have a really solid 4 through 1, and I know one of you does not like the show, but my number 4 is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Hater.
Okay.
I know you're a hater, but it's the longest running sitcom of all time, and
Hater.
it's such
Simpsons.
It's a live action sitcom. And it's what I find really refreshing about it is that, like, I can't tell you another sitcom where it's like it's following bad people doing bad things. Like, they're not good people, and you're not supposed to think they're good people.
Arguably, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, even though we've had this conversation before, Modern Family.
Some of them are not good people.
But like,
especially that Lily kid, dude.
Yeah.
What kind of? I just such a punchable face.
But with Modern Family, though, they didn't do that on purpose. Like, they weren't setting out to make the family not likable.
No.
In It's Always Sunny, you're not like you do like them because like it's a funny show, but like you're not supposed to agree with them or in that regard. Like that was intentional.
I've never seen this show, but from what I know about the show, it is a very
great show.
It's a very well loved show by a lot of people. And so that alone is probably a good reason.
Very easy to watch though.
It.
Short seasons in typical sitcom runtime. So like you can I think it averages about like 10 episodes a season, and they're all 22 minutes.
I don't think
I've heard of It's Sunny until I met Nick, and at which point I sat through, I think, a couple episodes, I just couldn't stand it.
That's so cute. Your world got sunny when you met Nick.
We watched the Nightman Cometh, which is the one where Charlie puts on a musical, which is really good.
It's just not my humor.
It's probably mine then. I
think you'd really like it.
I probably would.
I think you'd really like it. But yeah, that's my number 4. I'm gonna save more of my opinions about it because I feel like I'm gonna have to fight like hell to get that on that final list.
Okay. I'm gonna breeze right past this because we already talked about it. Number 3 is How I Met Your Mother for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you haven't seen how it ends.
I haven't seen how it ends. It's just I really, really like the characters. I really like everything about that show. I think they did it really, really well in terms of just a show. So I don't know the full show, obviously, but I just think that they did a really good job.
Yeah, I think the only character that ever really got on my nerves in that show was Lily.
And my number...
Ironically, we keep shitting on lilies.
Lilies? It's like, they had that kid in that show, too.
Sitcoms.
That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, the crossover with Modern Family where Lily was just moved in next to Ted and Marshall.
Yeah.
So then number...
3 for Alex.
Number 3, yeah.
My number 3 is Two Broke Girls.
Really?
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that, but I haven't heard good things. I've never seen it. I've actually heard a lot of bad things about Two Broke Girls.
I love Two Broke Girls. I think it is so funny. It's about two broke girls working in a diner. One of the girls has been broke, comes from like a shitty past, and the other girl was extremely rich.
Have I seen clips? Do they wear
filthy
yellow
rich.
uniforms?
Yellow and
Yes.
orange. Yeah.
Okay, and I've seen
Filthy
clips. From what
rich,
from what I've
she-
seen, it looks good.
Loses her money, and
I've
now
heard-
she has to figure it out.
It's like from what I've heard, it's like very like mid 2000s.
It is.
sitcom.
I like
but
that with sitcoms though.
I haven't heard a lot of good things about it personally.
Okay.
I know I don't like it.
Okay.
And from what I've seen, because my uncle used to watch it. My number 3, and this is the older sitcom that
Yeah.
I watched first before Friends.
Okay.
That I think of when I talk sitcoms, and that is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's my number 3. I love that
good
show.
choice.
That was
Good choice.
that was my favorite show for the longest time.
Used to watch that with my family when I was really young.
Yeah, so for me, that's the show that I can go back to and rewatch, and will always have a soft spot for. That's why I'm more critical of like Friends, even though I watched it around the same time. It was like my first sitcom, you know, like that was the Fresh Prince.
It dealt with some pretty heavy topics
and
too.
I think they always did really well.
Yeah.
The characters were really likable. Like the first season, like it took a bit to like Carlton and Hillary, I think, are really annoying for a good bit in the first season. But
well,
like
they're rich and snobby, and that's like
that's
what they're trying to get across,
exactly.
right?
And like there's supposed to be a contrast to Will, and Will is
Yeah.
also kind of annoying at the start because he's very childish, but like not like always in a bad way. But like watching them grow, it's one of my favorite casts of characters because like even when they recast the mom, like I know they gave Vivian less like jobs or less like roles in episodes because of the recast, but like she's Daphne Maxwell Reid still did a really good job, and I think it's like one of the most lovable casts.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about the new one?
I'm neither here nor there with either of them. Like I don't really have a favorite because like I feel like it's not fair.
Are they following the same storyline?
What do you mean?
Is there not a new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with a completely total new recast and everything?
Yeah, it's like a drama. No,
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Okay. No,
that's
but I'm
interesting.
in the original show.
Yeah.
halfway through the mom got recast.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
a
didn't know
different
that.
actress came in and started playing the mom. The original one got fired.
What did she do? She slapped Chris Rock?
No, she I don't remember. I think it was just like
auntie, like nephew.
yeah, it was just like disagreements behind the scenes. They've since like buried the hatchet. They did it in the reunion. And then I'll quickly finish off my Fresh Prince.
That's
thing.
actually
It's just that
when you go back and you look at. Sorry, we're back. When you go back and look at old recordings of like me doing like street interviews and stuff like that. Anytime I was doing anything syncing a microphone, I forgot about this. I was always holding the mic like this and going, slapping my arm. I don't know
That's
why that
smart.
was just what I did, but it became such an iconic little thing.
Yeah, you can't put the mic anywhere. You only have the two hands. If you're gonna clap them, where are you gonna put the mic?
Yeah, so it just became this. I was looking through old clips the other day, and at the beginning of every clip, there's just me holding the microphone and like a close up of my arm, and me slapping
Montage.
my arm. Yeah.
Slow mo montage.
Like
all right.
just quickly pinching off the Fresh Prince.
Yes.
Is that like it's 6 seasons? The 6th season is not incredible. But
Okay.
it's good. It's still good. They
Only
just,
6 seasons?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
to me, like it's just like they did really good, and they didn't like to me like it's an older sitcom, so the serialization is not like as prominent, but like when they did do it, like I don't know, it's a very enjoyable watch. I feel like it's a really easy show to love. The Fresh Prince. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So my number 2, as I said, I'm going to be ride or die by this. I know this is not on any of your lists.
You don't know that.
Oh, I think
You
I
don't
almost
know that?
I think I almost do.
Oh, yeah, hot
'cause
take. Seinfeld.
This one.
I haven't seen it, so that's spoiler alert. I don't have Seinfeld on my list.
So I just love this show, man. I think it does such a good job of portraying every kind of situation that it tries to portray. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's my number 2.
Is it actually?
Ted Lasso's my number 2.
Fucking love that show. They do
haven't watched
such.
it.
I love Ted Lasso.
They do such a good job.
One of my like favorite shows to come out in the last like 5 years, 6 years. I fucking love Ted Lasso.
One, I just love
Maybe
Jason
I gotta
Sudeikis.
just bite the bullet and watch it.
It's so good. I tried to get you to watch it back in September.
I know.
I love Jason
I started
Sudeikis.
Community, okay? Count your blessings, dude.
So his character in that show is exactly like this family friend of ours back home.
That's funny.
Which is really, really funny to just watch because he's identical. He makes the same kind of jokes, everything like that. And it's just like, I like the humor of it, But then there's also like the darker side of things and the more real side of things
Also,
that I think they captured so well.
I think by the time you finish Ted Lasso, like every character that you didn't like,
You like.
by the end of it.
Yeah.
Or at least you have an understanding of them. Like every character that was like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, like
By
first
the end
season
of
is the
show-
manager.
First is
No,
Rebecca.
I fucking hated her.
Yeah,
And she's one of my favorite
and
characters
she's one of
now.
the best by the end. And
She's
like
so
I don't
nice.
want to give more away because I really want you to watch
Yeah,
it.
I love Rebecca.
But all right, okay. At least we know her name. I don't know either of the broke girls. So, and then they're the leads of the show.
One's probably a fucking Lily.
Yeah, one's probably a Brittany. But what if we just like actually perfectly guessed the two is Brittany and Lily?
No.
The basic premise of Ted Lasso is that the Rebecca, who owns
It's based
Richmond?
off of a real.
No, that's not a real team. It's based. I think the show is based
it's-
off on a commercial that
it's
Jason
based-
Sudeikis
It's
did for,
based off of a commercial.
No, it
like a
is.
Super Bowl.
It's based
something,
off
I
of
don't know.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
based
Dude,
off
what
of
is it about?
It's based off
So-
of Ryan Reynolds
so-
and the whole Wrexham thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a team. Is it
Alex
Richmond?
is no lore.
Is it Richmond?
I think it's Richmond, right?
It's like the Richmond Greyhounds. It's a
Yeah.
team that Rebecca and her husband owned, and before the show starts, they had a messy divorce because he had an affair. So now she wants to burn his club to the
Burn
ground.
him. Sorry.
She wants to burn his club to the ground, and so to do that, she hires a new coach for the team, who is Ted Lasso, a college football coach
From the States.
from Kansas.
Okay.
And so him and his assistant coach Beard, who was the guy who sang "Jesus Loves Marijuana" in that
Oh,
episode
yeah,
of
yeah,
Community.
yeah.
You missed a huge part. This is in Britain.
Oh yeah, this is in the
Okay,
UK. This is
okay.
this is in the Richmond Greyhounds. That's such a British sounding name.
Yeah.
Also,
Fair. Richmond.
Yeah.
Imagine living
Even
in Richmond.
Greyhound, I think it sounds very British. So that's the premise. That's like where we start the show.
So they hire an American football coach
College football coach. He wasn't even an NFL coach. He was a college football coach.
to coach British football.
Yeah, soccer.
Okay, so when we say like American football, we literally mean NFL.
Yeah.
That
We-
style
like-
of
Like
football.
we
yeah.
literally
Gridiron.
mean like American
Yeah. To
football
now
goes to
come-
play soccer,
goes to- yeah,
i.e.
goes to
coach soccer.
Okay.
So he becomes the coach of the team, which is based off of Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if you know about Ryan Reynolds. He bought a soccer team.
He owns it with Rob McElhenney, who
Yes.
plays Mac, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
so he
So we're watching this man like figure out what
yeah.
football is.
Yeah, and it was the same
basically.
thing with Ryan Reynolds. He bought
That's
this
really
team because he
funny.
wanted a team. He bought it, and they ended up bringing this team back into the, I believe it was the best league. So there's three
Yeah, 'cause
different leagues in Britain, and the top one is the Premier League.
Yes.
and he
Yes.
ended up bringing them from the second best league up into the Premier League again, owning the team and like putting all this money into it and like funding them because there was a really badly funded team before. So
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds like
interesting.
saved this team. So they've got like diehard fans in Wrexham now, and it's the same thing with Richmond.
yeah, so it's a really good show. One of my favorites to come out in the past little bit. I really hope they've been talking about doing a spinoff. I really hope they don't. It's only 3 seasons. It's 3 seasons, like 10 episodes, like 44-minute episodes. It's also a pretty easy show to commit to.
And it deals with a lot of mental health.
Mental health stuff too.
Mental
yeah,
health stuff
it does
as
a
well.
really good job with it. Very heartfelt. I
Very
said
good
it,
job.
It's such a feel-good show.
Well-
it goes to really dark places, but at the end of the day, I think it's one of the most feel-good, lovable shows.
Because I think in terms of like the mental health stuff that it goes into as well, it goes into a whole bunch of like stuff that's not talked about in the media or anything like
Yeah.
that. It goes into like panic attacks and stuff like that.
Even dabbles in suicide.
Yeah. And it's just a ridiculously like you don't expect it out of the show
Yeah.
at first. But they do it so
Because Ted is so silly
well.
goofy.
Yeah, he's so silly goofy.
So silly, goofy.
yeah.
So your number. So that was
My
I
number two,
chimed
your
in
number two.
because we both had the same number 2. We also both had the same number 5.
So
Yeah, we did.
Your number 2. Your
my
second
number
favorite.
2, which I'm really hoping one of you have watched this show.
Oh, fucking
Seinfeld.
count me out, dude. I probably haven't.
That 70s show.
No.
Nope.
That 70s show is one of my favorites, point blank, period. It is so funny. If
Listen.
you are in college, university, whatever you want to call it, or you're a high school student, watch
Or
this damn
in the
show.
70s.
I know
Watch
I'm
the show.
older than you, but not by that much, dude. I was still born in the 2000s, Alex. I'm not gonna watch something from the 70s.
Yeah, that's
why would I
ridiculous.
watch that?
That's insane. That's stupid. You're stupid.
It's
So-
not that 2000s show. Why would I have seen the 70s show?
Dude. Everyone knows that Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are hit young actors from the 70s.
It's the same thing. I don't watch Sports Center because I don't like sports.
and
I wasn't born in the
center.
70s, so I didn't watch 70s show. You can't tell if I'm being serious or not. Can you?
No, she can't.
No, I can tell. I just don't have anything to contribute. I'm not encouraging this behavior. I'm shutting it down, Lewis.
I've heard a lot of good things about that 70s show. I do know it also didn't stick the landing because it had to deal with cast leaving.
It did. The main character left, Topher Grace.
You're fucking wrong.
But, spoiler alert, whatever. Very good ensemble. The cast sucks.
I have heard actually really good things about it, though.
The show itself is good, though. I
Yeah.
want the people acting in the show are not good people, but the people that they're portraying are very fascinating to watch.
I've heard
it's just
great
so
things about it.
comforting, and especially like the point that we're at in our lives. I feel like it's
The
really
70s?
good. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm in
just
my
feel like-
70s.
I feel like watching shows where like the characters are in high school, it's always so much more relatable and applicable when you're in university. At least that's what I
Yeah,
think.
because you've done the whole high school thing, and
Yeah.
like you're at the point, like not as much so like when the writers are, but like when they were probably writing high school, they're
Yeah.
drawing from their past experiences, but
Yeah.
like, and it's like, so they're going for like the kind of bigger things, like there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of stuff that you would encounter and interact with.
Yeah,
That's why I don't know if you guys saw much bullying in your schools. That's why I find that the whole like bullying thing in movies so wild, because there was never
There was never
That's
bullying to
actual
the
bullying
extent.
on my
Like
school.
there was bullying,
Like,
but it was
yeah.
never like throw this kid in the locker, hit his books out of his hand. Like
they made it sound so horrible. I looked at myself in the mirror the first day of grade 9, and I was like, it's over for me.
yeah,
I
no,
was like pushed into a dumpster. I don't
Really?
talk about this. No, I never talk about this, but like I would
Damn.
watch like TV of like kids in high school being like, you're gonna get thrown into a dumpster, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. And then I kind of sat there with like,
So the opposite happened to you.
I was pushed into a dumpster, but this is in like elementary school. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, to be fair,
Don't
no.
say, oh,
no.
you have to laugh, else it's
Elementary-
not funny,
ele-
Nick.
Elementary school kids. Elementary school kids are so much meaner than high school
Yeah.
kids, though.
Terrible.
To be
yeah.
fair.
Because like, especially like by like late high school, people have normally chilled out by then.
Well, you
I
usually
think.
No one
understand
gives
what's
a fuck.
socially acceptable.
Yeah, I did in like grade 9 get like hit, like not like pushed like into
Yeah.
a locker, but
Yeah.
like against it, because like grade 9s we would just clutter the hallway, and they still just clutter the hallway, and then you get
Yeah.
to be a senior and you're like,
But it's not like
Fucking mouth.
you were personally pushed into a locker.
yeah, no, it was
you were
not,
kind
yeah.
of
it,
just
it was
like,
just that I was in the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get
It was
pushed
not
out
a
of the
vendetta
way.
against me.
Yeah. No, I've
at
had
least
stuff like
mine
that
all-
happen, and
maybe
that's
some guy
like
was like, fuck that blonde kid.
I don't really count that as bullying. I just count that as natural selection. I don't.
No, but I get
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying,
that's
because like
just, like, you're a
bullying is
big
like
grade 12.
you specifically are being targeted by
Yeah.
this person or a group of people.
the moral of the story is that bullying actually doesn't exist.
yeah, we're gonna gaslight you into
Like,
bullying.
dude, it's the same thing. If I kick the shit out of that kid Lily from Modern Family, it's because she deserved it, and
Dude, you're
I'm
20.
bigger and
You're
stronger
20?
than her.
Fucking Christ. Should we
That's
all just say
natural selection?
Should we all just say our number ones on the count of 3?
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
double check what my number 1 is.
Also,
Oh,
I
remember.
should preface, I don't have any issues with Lily from Modern Family. I actually I love that show, and that is actually, she did a great job
Insert
playing her role.
montage once again of Lewis bashing Lily from Modern Family. If
She
you
did a-
won't
she
do it,
did a
I
good
will.
job.
This
I
is
think
going
she
to turn
did a
into
good
like
job.
fan art.
Let's
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
everyone
we get T-shirts that say "fuck Lily"? And then in brackets from Modern Family.
on the count of 3, everyone say your number 1. Ready?
All right, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Community.
Office.
Oh, all solid picks all around. So we've
What
talked
did you pick?
all things.
I don't know.
You said The Office.
I did, yeah.
I like The Office.
Stinky.
I like no.
Sorry,
no,
it's stinky.
Nah.
I
I
just-
knew your number 1 was gonna be Friends.
Of course.
Yours is Friends, okay.
And mine was Community.
Community. Okay, so it's all shows we've talked about at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So then I think we can
Get to the
final
the meat
ranking.
and potatoes.
This is gonna be fucking difficult.
It's gonna
Jesus
suck.
Christ.
This means war,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Like, I
Can you
think
imagine if we ever have a 4th person on and we have to do this with 4 people and
Yeah.
it's fucking hours and hours.
God, Jesus Christ.
Can we move that to 3 or like?
Yeah. Like okay.
How do we normally start this?
Getting
Well,
hair in my
normally
face.
everyone says their number. Like we'll be like, okay, what was everyone's number 10, and then we pick one to go there, and like that it's not set in stone.
Oh, this is okay. I was gonna say that sounds a lot messier. I was like, we have to be able to move these around.
No, it'll move around. We'll
Okay.
we'll often get to a point like in the back five where we're like, all right, what can we get rid of up there because we need to add these things. Like I'm just gonna and the one thing you're gonna learn, like I know you really like your shows and where they are. Sometimes it's better to just have them on the list than like you might.
I know,
it's better to
yeah.
sacrifice and have them
Yeah.
at 8 than not have them at all.
I sacrificed my favorite fruit.
But that's because your favorite fruit was fucking grapefruit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's a good fruit, dude. That's grapes and fruit all together.
Except, no.
It's like the worst part of both. And
Dude, it's like a bigger lemon. That's so fucking good.
Can we just get to the list?
Yeah,
I can't. I don't have time to dispute this one. Okay, we have better things. Bigger fish
we
to
made
fry.
we made the list, so I agree with you that it is now one of the top 10 best fruits. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even though I don't, I do.
You
Yeah,
can never
yesterday we
have
were
an
talking
opinion.
about that. Actually, Nick is like, I'm legally obligated to say it is one of the 10 best
'cause it
fruits.
is.
I know.
It is.
I was on the phone.
he was there. Anyway,
How long have you been there for?
What?
have you been here this whole time?
That's crazy.
Alex, have
shit.
Where am I? This isn't my house. Everyone, what was everyone's number? My number 10 was Superstore.
Good luck, Charlie.
Young Sheldon.
I don't want
Yeah, I
either
know.
of yours.
I'm not a fan.
I don't. You know what?
I knew Young Sheldon
Throw
wasn't
it-
going on the list when I put it on
you know
there.
what? I don't think we've ever done this. Throwing it out there. Let's just move on to 9. I feel like we're gonna be fighting. I feel like
Okay,
it's gonna
that's
be
fine.
like.
All right.
My number 9 was How I Met Your Mother.
New
Community.
Girl.
New Girl.
New Girl.
I feel like
All
this. I
three
feel
of
like
these were on my list.
I feel like How I Met Your Mother is a solid 9 or 10.
I'm okay with that. I think New Girl should be higher than How I Met Your Mother, personally.
You haven't seen the ending. I really think they fucked up at the ending.
The thing is I don't know if we're even gonna get New Girl on the list past this. I'm thinking of how this. I'm
think
thinking
you-
of how this show
Okay,
works,
here-
and I'm thinking forward.
Y'all are
I'm saying
so strategic.
I
Oh yeah. No, this
Well,
is
this-
this is war, Alex.
yeah. Well, this is like what our like 11th time doing this, so like we've kind of
Hey, I'm a fucking pro now.
yeah. We did what we did. We
I
did
once
7.
played
Masters
I
of
once played the
manipulation?
piano
That's
11
crazy.
times. You should see me, dude.
Yeah,
I can.
dude, fucking Mozart.
I was gonna say every single Beethoven. All right.
Beef up.
Have you ever seen that bit? That's an 80s. That's a. Fuck. What is that? That's Bill and Ted.
Oh, that's funny.
They call him Beethoven.
I'll say this about New Girl. I think it's definitely gonna get on the list. I'm the only one who didn't have it on.
Okay.
But I don't think it's bad.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let's do How I
I
Met Your
think
Mother.
How I
then.
Met Your
That's
Mother
good
at
with
10
me.
makes sense. Does someone want to throw
At 10 or 9? We were talking about 9.
I think we put it at 10.
10? Shit, what was
now.
our 9s?
We don't have a 9 yet.
Well, Young Sheldon's
we
not
don't have a
going
9.
on. All right, what was our other
we just
10s?
kind of
Sorry.
collectively like look. I have no doubt that Young Sheldon is better.
I know
is
it's
a
not
good
getting on the
show.
list. I'm not even
I have
worried
no
about
doubt
that.
Good Luck Charlie is a good show, and I know Superstore is a good show. However, knowing what we have coming up, I
So
don't
should we
think
just put
any
How I Met Your
3 of
Mother right in
those
10?
Let's
belong
do. We
here.
could move it to 9.
Yeah.
Need
Okay,
be.
let's toss it 10. Cool.
Just put like the acronym. Just
Yeah, for sure.
because like I'm not saying that any of those three shows are bad, but like I really don't think any of those 3 belong on the list with like what's coming up. Also, it's really funny that that's what the board says for audio listeners.
Just watch the video.
HIMYN.
Yeah, get the fuck off of Spotify. Go subscribe to YouTube.
Go subscribe to our YouTube. My number 8 was Arrested Development.
Mine's The Good Place.
Jury Duty.
I feel like it's Arrested Development.
I want Jury Duty on this list.
I like the sound of Jury Duty.
I
more.
want Jury Duty
I've never
on
watched
this
either of those.
list.
I've never watched either of those, but that sounds so clever and that's so unique.
I just still don't agree that it's a sitcom, but I'll
That's
I'll
what
cave.
Google said.
Yes.
It's like you like grapefruit. If someone ever goes on this and is like, "What's top 10 fruit?" and like
Grapefruit.
they have to talk to their friends and they say grapefruit is on
Yeah,
there.
apples
It's
is
like
not. Well, that one I
it's
agree with.
what Ranking says.
Yeah, no.
It's top 10.
Yeah, no, it's
Bible.
these aren't
Yeah. Same thing with Google.
recommendations. These aren't recommendations. This by the end of this will be the official top 10
Yeah.
sitcom
Can
list.
we just
Google-
put Jury
Google-
Duty
we'll
at
put
number 9?
Jury Duty.
Okay.
I think Jury Duty at number 9 works well.
Yeah.
I guess I'm on marker duty.
Oh,
Oh, no,
my
ring
gosh!
down.
You just dropped my ring.
That's my Barney from The Simpsons impression. I fell in the toilet.
I thought you were gonna say
Barney the dinosaur, or How I Met Your Mother. That would make more sense.
yeah.
I don't have a Barney from How I Met Your Mother impression.
I'm just gonna keep this on my lap and I'll put it up
That's
afterwards.
fair enough.
Yeah.
My number 7 was Friends.
Mine was How I Met Your Mother.
That's already on there.
Mine was
Yeah.
BBT, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. It is.
No.
What?
I don't think
He
it's
really doesn't like Big Bang
No,
Theory.
I don't really dislike it.
No,
but I
no,
don't
no, no,
think
no,
it's.
no.
I
No,
don't
no, no.
think it's one of the top 10.
You can't go no and then say that you really you're like I don't really dislike it, but no.
I don't-
If
I don't
you
really
think
dislike
Friends
it.
is going at what 8? No,
I don't think
not
Friends.
happening.
I don't think Friends should go here.
No,
but
he wants his on here. That's what he's arguing for.
no. I'm not arguing for. Like, honest to
Is
God.
it yours, Friends?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
not
Friends,
happening.
Oh,
no,
what's
Friends.
yours?
Friends is going to go on the list. It's not
How
going
I
to go.
Met Your Mother already there.
How I Met Your Mother is already on there. Friends, I agree, should go further down on the list. I can agree with that. I'm just saying, I don't think Big Bang Theory is better than How I Met Your Mother and Jury Duty.
I'm
and I don't
okay
even
with
think
Big
it's-
Bang Theory.
I don't
I'm
think
okay
it's a
with that
number
at 8.
10 show.
Okay, so let's drop those two down and go Big Bang Theory number 10.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I think
Because I think it belongs on the top 10 in terms of sitcoms. It is an
I'm fine
influential
with it at
sitcom.
8, honestly.
I know-
I don't know why
I'm
he's
fine with it.
such a
It's not
hater.
8.
Actually, no.
I don't know
It's
why
not-
he's such
actually-
a hater.
Do you
Actually, I
think
do
Big Bang
understand.
Theory is better than How I Met Your Mother?
No, I do understand that.
Because
I do think
according
How I
to
Met Your
your
Mother
own
is a
list,
little
no,
bit.
you don't. According to your own list, you don't think Big Bang Theory is better
Yeah,
than these two
I
shows.
do think How I Met Your Mother is a
Okay.
little bit better, so I can understand why he's doing
I'll put it at 10.
Okay. God.
Because like
Take a chill pill, Nicholas.
Big Bang Theory is
Get
not the
real,
7th
Nicholas.
best sitcom ever.
That's my favorite line from any TV show. Get real, Nicholas.
Oh, from the we didn't even plug that.
No, we
Yeah, Met TV.
plug it now,
Go to
I'll
Met
write it
TV. Welcome to the show. Me and Lewis write for it and are on it.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Go watch it. Hey, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was so good. Your
Tell me your
performance was just
specific
absolutely
favorite part
outstanding.
from it.
My
What-
favorite specific part from it was the part where you almost fell off your chair because the table kept moving. I
that
just
was not
sold
in
you
the
out.
show.
I don't care.
She hasn't seen it.
I
How did she
haven't
hasn't
seen
You haven't
it.
seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet, and
The
I'm
fuck
really,
is
I'm
wrong
getting
with
to
you?
it. I'm
Yeah.
getting to it.
No, she's not. It's been
Shut-
3
it's-
weeks.
I'm
She
getting
said 3
to it.
weeks.
I came to the control room to watch one of your productions.
Yeah.
And you haven't watched it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm getting to
Yeah.
it.
She hasn't had in the past 3 weeks. She hasn't had 10 minutes.
All right. What's everyone's number 6?
The Office.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mine's Friends. I'm
Brooklyn
actually. I
Nine-Nine.
think Brooklyn Nine-Nine makes the most sense.
I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine makes the most sense too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That one. Okay,
agree.
good. We agree.
I
So that
agree.
goes in on number 7 then.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I already know I'm not gonna like this finalist.
No, it's gonna suck.
This is gonna be.
I'm
I
eating
said
this
this
up.
one's gonna be controversial. I know you are.
This is gonna be fruit all over.
I'm so
again.
happy we had you on. I can tell you're enjoying this. What are we at for time? Because it's usually been taking about a half hour for this thing to die. Okay, we're at 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We'll try and rush through this.
Everyone's number 5.
Number 5. Mine was Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Modern
as well.
Family.
And I'm okay with Modern Family being a number 5. That's a good show.
Lily's at 10 though.
Lily's not on the fucking list,
just
dude.
remove Lily from the concept of Modern Family.
Okay. Here's my pitch for number 6.
Hire the
No.
young
My
Sheldon
my pitch.
kid.
My pitch
Lily's
for number
position.
6 is because I know you guys are probably because you don't like it and you haven't seen it. I don't think you're going to put It's Always Sunny in the top 5. And I think if it doesn't get in at all, it won't now. Then it won't be on the list
Okay.
at all. I think it's the longest running live action sitcom. I think that's a good number. I'll even say
think I owe it-
say swap it with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I think
put
I
Brooklyn
owe it to
Nine-Nine at
Danny
6.
DeVito to put it at number 6.
I think It's Always Sunny should be at 6.
Okay.
All I'm going to say, I'm okay with this, but all I'm going to say is that The Young and the Restless has been running for like 44 years, and that doesn't mean anything about its
I don't know
quality.
what that is.
Oh, Nicholas. Do you not know what The Young and the Restless is?
Of course I know.
Is this like an immigrant parent thing? Like the soap opera?
My parents are mad white, dude. I don't. Oh, you're
I feel
saying
like
your
it's-
immigrant parents.
Not that my parents are first generation Canadian, but I feel like
Oh.
it's like the like.
Who did you think had immigrant parents?
No, I'm saying mine. I'm saying mine.
Okay.
I'm calling Rosie out. Rosie.
Donald?
It's
What did
kind of
she
like
do?
it's like the
Is she on The
closest
Young
to
and the
like
Restless?
it's the closest thing to like a telenovela, like a
What?
Yeah, we know what that is.
soap opera.
Okay,
Guys.
then say soap opera. Don't say.
Wasn't Joey on
Yeah,
the Young
I
and
don't
the
know what- I
Restless?
don't
Stop
know what-
speaking Italian.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know what turtle Nutella is.
Spanish. Isn't Joey on Young and the Restless from Friends?
I haven't seen The Young and the Restless. I said that. I don't know.
No. In Friends, Joey plays Dr.
He's on Days
Drake
on Our Lives.
That's okay.
He's
So
not very young anymore, so I would
Oh
imagine
my
not.
God.
And if he's not, and if I know a lot of, I don't know if he did cocaine, but a lot of
Okay,
actors
so
do
just
cocaine,
sub
so
out-
he's probably not restless.
So do we put
Oh my
Modern
God.
Family at number 5 then?
Good.
Sure.
I think it needs to be on the list.
I think it needs to be on the list too. I'm okay with
Sure.
that. It was
This is
my
Nick
number
admitting
5.
that Modern Family is better than Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Modern Family's one on the list.
My number
That's not
5
the
was Modern
microphone.
Family.
Okay, so Modern Family.
I know that this isn't a game, but I feel like I'm winning somehow.
It is very much a game. Honestly, it's a.
I mean, the original pitch that we pitched to Redacted when we first got on their program was that we would be arguing more, and it was more like a game show and like against each other. It didn't end up being that
Yeah.
way, but it was like
We
that
found
is
ourselves
still kind
agreeing
of the
more.
Yeah, that is still kind of the baseline of the show.
Well, that's because like we got odd, like we got weird with the topic. So like the weirder with the topic, the less committed I was to having them on. But this time, like I have at least 2 more on here that I am absolutely committed to having to be on the list.
Okay, cool.
Same.
Okay, next, my number 3 is How I Met Your Mother.
Mine's Fresh Prince.
So,
Two broke girls.
I'm gonna be perfectly candid. I think we move on.
Yeah.
I love the Fresh Prince. I want it on here. I don't think it beats out the other ones that I want on here, and I know you guys have
We've
other
got
ones that you want
4
on here.
more
How about
positions.
New Girl?
Personally-
Where's New Girl at?
Personally, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I think
New Girl hasn't made it
Community.
on yet.
I think
That's what
Community and
told
Ted
you.
Lasso
I told
has
you.
to be on
I
here.
told you, New Girl's not going to make it.
But we
told
have
you.
number 4 open.
Okay,
My number 4 was New Girl.
I think Community and Ted Lasso absolutely have to be
Okay.
on here. I'm okay
Proposition.
with having New Girl on here as well.
Proposition, New Girl number 4.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso
No.
number 3.
No. Hold
No.
on. Let's hear the whole proposition.
Number 2, Community. And then number 1, We Argue.
Number 1, I would want to be Community.
No, because I'm going to tell you why I don't like this idea, because you guys won't put Friends on the list, and if Friends is not on
Okay,
this
okay.
goddamn
Friends does have to go on the list.
list.
Okay,
This is why- this is why I have such a basic list. You guys' lists are
put the
shit.
list up on the thing so I can see it real quick. Okay.
Towel, list on the towel.
Here's just before you say no.
Yeah.
Hear me out, right? And we can debate till the cows come home which one will actually be number 1. I'm just gonna throw shows in for the last 4.
There's
My
cows
pitch
coming?
Yeah, that's next episode. Like your mother.
We're ranking beef.
Okay.
Like your mother.
I'm saying 5 to 10. We move everything up 1. That takes Big Bang off, I know. But number 5.
That's what you wanted in the first place, though.
Number 1 through
He's pushing a narrative.
Number 1 through 5. We have
Watch your mouth,
we have
Nicholas.
some version. We have some version of Community, Ted Lasso, Friends, The Office, and That 70s Show. From 1 to 5, we have some combination of that, pushing everything up 1. Did I say New Girl?
No.
No.
Okay, then-
See, we're
Then
gonna
add-
have issues.
Then add New Girl. Then
We're
take,
gonna have
we're gonna
issues
have some
there,
fucking
bud.
problems.
then take That 70s Show off and add New Girl in.
shit.
I'm
I think
okay with that.
I
I'll
think
allow.
some
So you want
version
New
of-
Girl instead of That 70s Show?
I'll allow.
That's
you guys
wild.
haven't. I love That 70s Show, but you guys haven't seen it, and so I wouldn't expect y'all to fight for a show you haven't watched. And for that reason, I understand why New Girl would take its place.
In my
Okay.
humble opinion, it would go The Office at 5, New Girl at 4, Friends at 3, Ted Lasso at 2, Community at 1.
Is
That's
Community
my.
really about to go at 1?
That's what
I like the show, but is it really about to go as the best sitcom?
Best sitcom. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
That's I'm not. I was not. See, I said that, so now we can talk about it.
It
That's
sounds
what-
an awful lot like your number 1.
It is my number 1. That's why. That's why I think it's number 1. But I'm not. I definitely say. I think.
I know that I'm not winning shit here. Like I know that I've because I just don't have. I don't have the facilities.
I was gonna say, Mister, I've only seen 3 episodes of the show.
So if we,
I can win with that.
Are
all
we?
right?
Are
I'm
we?
calling you
are
out
we,
on this,
Are
Louis.
we in agreement? Are we in agreement that Big Bang is off and we've moved everything up 1? So we have 5 spots to work with.
Fuck.
I'm
What
okay with
about-
that.
What about? I'm so sorry, Alex. What about
Watch
if,
your mouth.
What about if jury duty comes off?
If Jury Duty comes off, I'm also okay with that. And we move everything that's there
Up 1.
Up 1.
and then it
Accept.
works the same
Jury
way.
Duty, the only reason why you guys aren't giving Jury Duty the credit it deserves is because it is groundbreaking and it follows a different format. That doesn't mean it's not a sitcom, and I think it
unethical,
actually means
too.
it's one of the best sitcoms.
It's unethical and it has
I
one
don't
season.
usually. I'm not usually on board with the whole like being different thing. I don't know. I got my vaccine.
Here's the thing: Jury Duty doesn't scream sick. Doesn't scream. Like a sitcom. Like
The reason I'm not fighting for it is because I haven't seen it. That's
I like Jury Duty. I like it. It's a good show. It had one season, and the second season, if they do a second season, which it might not even get, if they do a second season, it's gonna have to have an entirely different cast, and it's gonna be a different show.
I'll give in. I don't even care at this
I
point.
think if
I'm
they do
still
a second
stuck on
season-
straight white man doesn't want anyone to be different.
What?
oh. Not like that.
Oh,
No. She canceled me 2 episodes in.
Canceled?
Shit.
No.
I'm done for.
That was funny as
My
fuck.
career's
I give
over.
in. I give in. That's
okay.
fine.
So
Take
we'll
Jury
scrap
Duty off the list.
we'll scrap
Whatever.
Jury
Whatever.
Duty, and we move Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's Always Sunny and Modern
That was
Family.
really funny,
all up
Lewis.
on.
It was really funny.
Okay, okay, let's agree. I think number 5 is I think it's either New Girl or The Office. I feel like probably New Girl.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I think New Girl's a slightly better, or slightly worse story than The Office. I know you're not going to agree.
I'm an
but I
Office
don't-
hater,
yeah, I know.
but I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. So Jury Duty comes off. Everything moves up one.
And-
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then okay.
I do need Friends to be higher.
Friends
than
is going to be in the
third
top
place.
higher than third.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think Friends kind of screams third place to me.
Yeah, no, Friends screams third place.
I think it should be second. There's no way you're putting Ted Lasso above Friends.
I don't have to put Ted
Or
Lasso
Community.
above Friends. I'd put The Office over Friends, I think.
That's wrong. That's just wrong. That's fundamentally wrong. Incorrect.
No, because it's going to be Office, New Girl, Friends. Friends will be number 3.
I don't like that.
Why?
I've given up like 2 or 3 spots, and this is the only thing I'm fighting for. Nick warned me to pick and choose my battles, and that is what I am doing.
You're kind of right. You haven't given up that much.
Me?
I mean, sucks to be you. You're a pushover, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you just suck at the show. You don't get the title of king or queen by just being on the show. That's earned. You got to do a whole. There's a chalice you got to drink from and a gauntlet you got to compete in.
And an NDA to sign.
Yeah, the NDA.
If y'all are making me sign any papers that should have been done before we started recording.
Oh, you're actually right. We should have made you sign a talent release. Oh well, you won't tell.
Yeah. We're gonna make you sign
Guys,
a
this
form
is
that
so
says,
illegal and I don't want to be here. What are these strange men doing in my apartment?
I don't want to be on
We're
camera
gonna-
with this racist white man.
God.
I didn't know before I got on the show. What did I? Number 5 was New
Girl.
New Girl.
Yeah.
New Girl. I've heard a lot of good things about New Girl. I've liked what I've seen. I don't think it beats out any of the ones
Office.
that are butting heads for these next few spots.
I'm putting Friends in 3.
No.
I put The Office at.
Says who?
Okay.
Best
hold
two-
on. Wait,
2
wait.
versus 1.
Let's talk about what's
What are we
what's
gonna
up.
do here?
What's
Like rock,
left?
paper, scissors?
what-
What's the
Shit, this
plan?
is actually the
What's
hardest
left-
we've ever argued. For
Yeah,
something.
what's left in the pot here? Community, which definitely has to go here somewhere. The
Ted
Office,
Lasso.
Friends, and Ted Lasso.
No, Office is on there.
Office is on there.
Yeah.
Is that at number 4?
So we can decide between Ted Lasso, Community, and Friends.
No.
Okay.
Friends is not in the
What do
running
you
for
mean no?
third place.
That's just the
Friends
stats.
is not in the running for third
Okay.
place.
Here's what I'll.
So I mean, no.
It's like if I told you Canada is in the north, and you're like, no. That's like I told you a fact.
Yeah. Here's a suggestion that I'm okay with.
Yeah.
It's okay. I personally don't agree that Friends is the best sitcom of all time.
I don't either.
However, I'm okay with it in the same way that we put Forrest Gump as the best movie, where I just feel like it does to me kind of make sense. So I will say I'm okay with putting Friends at 1. I'm okay with putting Friends at 1.
I can work my head around it because it is like one. If you as you said before, if you think sitcom, you think Friends.
And then I'm okay with putting Ted Lasso and Community at 2 or 3. I'm okay with either one.
Like that. I think Ted
Okay, I'm gonna
Lasso
say
at
Community
3
at
and
3.
Community at 2.
I'm gonna say Community at 3.
Wrong.
I'll jump in. I'll jump in on that. We'll put Ted Lasso at 2, Community at 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah, I
watched
like
Ted
that.
Lasso, so
You have,
that's
a, you
fair.
have a you have a
That's
deal.
fair.
I feel like we just did like a Shark Tank deal there. We're going back and forth. Like I'll give you 30%.
These are negotiations.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it is. Is like that, like because I love Ted Lasso. Community's probably my favorite sitcom. But like
I feel like I won in life.
that's how I felt after the fruit one when I walked out with Peach.
You missed the letter. You missed a letter.
Back into it.
Okay.
Okay, so the list is done.
Okay, so yeah, technical issues
We're
again, but
here.
we've got
Jesus.
the
How many? Three deaths? Three podcasts recorded. We've gone through 8 batteries. this
yeah,
episode.
no, that's insane.
8.
Looking at this
Double A's.
final list,
Yeah.
I'm more happy with it than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah.
Going into it, I'm not gonna lie, I still think Big Bang Theory does not belong in the top 10. I think if I was going,
Such a hater.
I'm not a hater, but like, I don't know that I agree.
I'm not a
that it's-
hater. I just hate it.
No, I just
get
don't-
it away.
It's the same thing where we ended up hating apples just because we didn't think it was one of the top 10 best fruits. I was like, I think it'd probably be in 15, maybe. Like
No,
in the 15
I think
range.
Big Bang Theory is up there. I think it's in there. I think it makes
I
the cut.
disagree, but we've already finalized
I think
it, so
it's
I'm
nice
fine.
little bookend. You
Yeah,
know?
it's there as pity, basically
Yeah.
for you. I don't.
That's You know what? That is fair. So let's.
Someone called Jim Parsons and say that his show is there for pity.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Pity
on
him.
in 10 for pity, just pitying
like
Nick.
I want to say I don't dislike. I'm not one of those people who think it's a terrible show. I just
He's
think
such a hater.
I just think Arrested Development or The Fresh Prince or even probably Young Sheldon are better than it.
Even probably Young Sheldon.
Or that's
I liked him better when he was a kid.
That 70s show is
You
probably
really
better
need to
than
watch
it.
that 70 show. I think you'll really like it. That's
Which
the
one?
last my pitch.
All right, so let's.
So
I
stupid.
guess we'll do the part of the show now where we go and we officially say what the top 10 is. Do we want to go around in a circle again?
All right.
So number 10.
number 10, Big Bang Theory.
Number 9, How I Met Your Mother.
Number 8, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Number 7, Always Sunny in Philly.
Number 6, Modern Family.
Number 5, New Girl.
Number 4, The Office.
Number 3, Community.
Number 2, Ted Lasso.
And number 1, Friends.
the clap from the show.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He clapped for Friends and we
So
didn't. He
no
likes it more
one
than
told
He's a
you.
closeted Friends lover.
I know. I love Friends. I love the show. I just
Enough
didn't
to
think.
put it at number 1.
Yeah, no, I was the one who suggested that it should go at 1. I don't know. That was the thing that was happening during the episode that I didn't understand was that you kept saying like, okay, but Friends is going on the list. I was like, yeah, it's gonna go in the high part of the list. That's why I keep moving on when it was
Yeah, but
coming up at 7 and 6. I'm like, yeah, I agree. It should be on the list. It should be later.
Yeah, but remember, Big Bang Theory is the same thing as Friends, but with
Exact
rocket
same.
ships.
That's true. That's true. So let's swap them.
One of them in space. He's like, you know what? You really sold me on it. I love rocket ships.
You sold me so much. I wanted to jump the entire list. I wanted to go all the way to 1.
Fuck Friends. I'm like, hey, I'm right here.
Yeah, Bazinga. Bazinga, dude. That's all I gotta
Okay.
say. Put that in your cigar and Bazinga.
Well,
Wow.
good list. I really think the list is
It's not
good.
bad. It's good.
You
I
s-
could get behind this.
It's good. No,
I'm behind
actually
it.
love
I'm
that
here.
Ted Lasso is number 2.
Me too.
I love that.
I still haven't watched it.
I think it belongs at number 2. You need
So
to
do
watch
I.
it.
So do I.
It's a
You'll
solid,
love it.
It's a
You'll
good
love
show.
it. It's
You
one
will.
of the best shows. I
Yeah,
think.
and it's not like it's like a Nick and I only kind of humor
No, it's
thing. Like you actually
universally
you'll like the
loved.
humor. You'll like the yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
perfect.
very like a broad appeal.
Well,
Yeah.
now I'm legally obligated to say it is my second favorite sitcom.
That's
yeah.
true. That's
only
true.
with this though. We didn't get you to sign that paper either.
Yeah.
Shit.
We were just gonna edit you after the show.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know if you're. Are you familiar with rankings lore in any way? Have you seen? Did
There's
you watch
actually-
all the episodes
there's a ton of
that
lore.
came on
Not
Redacted?
all of the episodes, but I've seen your show.
There's a
Are you
ton of
familiar
lore.
with? Are you familiar with? May he rest in peace, Eddie McTrumpets,
No.
the guy who would do the trumpet stingers that we are no longer able to use.
Yeah, he did all of our trumpet work.
Yeah, and we contractually in the finale had to kill him after the show. Like we talked about how we had to kill him, so he's dead.
We shot him
Got
in the
it.
studio.
Yeah,
I don't know if we shot. I don't remember how he killed him.
Yeah, he's such a
I just know
he
he's
meant
dead.
That's
so
a wild
little.
thing
Yeah.
to not remember.
Well, he
It was
meant
Nick
so
that killed
little
him. That's why I
to
don't
me that like I don't really remember what happened. It was so
Murderer.
like so that's what I'm getting at is that now
I
we're
liked him
gonna work.
enough.
That's what I meant when we're gonna Eddie you after the show.
The one thing I didn't like about Eddie is he got into the trumpet business through nepotism, and I didn't really fuck with that.
Yeah, that's true. His last name was McTrumpet. So
Yeah, it was kind of a given.
I don't know what else he could have done.
Yeah, no, it was like if your name was Alex McTV Show. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a little on the nose.
Yeah, like what else?
Now I need to go legally change my name to Alex McTV Show.
We have documents for that, actually.
Yeah, we do.
We
have
don't,
the
yeah, we don't have the
papers on
ones from
standby.
HR, but we do have the ones for. We were prepared to make this joke. It's actually we were making this joke to segue into our sponsor for today's episode. Yeah. So today's sponsor is sitcoms.
Hey, do you like escapism and comfort
And laugh tracks.
and laugh tracks for actually how many of these shows have a laugh track? 1
2 or 3.
Yeah, is that it? Is it just How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory, and Friends?
Yeah.
So a vast minority of them have laugh tracks, which is a good thing, I think. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. While we were working on it, I really felt like it was not going to go that well. But
Yeah.
I think it came together.
I think it did too. Like there's nothing that's like in a spot that I'm like, that needs to be moved drastically.
Yeah.
Like if Big Bang Theory was going to be on the list, I'm glad it's 10.
Yeah. No, I can tell.
No, really,
you
Nick?
haven't. Sorry, can you refresh me on your opinion on Big Bang Theory one more time?
Best
just
show
so
of
that
all
I'm-
time.
Yeah.
It was the greatest show that ever walked the earth. The
right.
intro slaps.
Guys,
Love the
this
band.
was so much fun. Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
No
It
problem.
was a
We
great
probably
time.
won't
I
do it
actually-
again. We didn't enjoy having you.
No, it's
you
well,
imagine?
well, that and we don't have the paperwork apparently.
Yeah. We're actually gonna have to censor.
Next,
we're-
there's gonna
we're
be
have to-
funds.
We're gonna blur you for the whole episode and censor
It's just-
everything you say.
just sound like a Charlie
Yeah.
Brown mom.
Yeah, so we're
wah,
just
wah,
like-
wah, 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 the entire
and so,
episode.
boop, what's your number 8? And it's just like, oh. Yeah, I agree.
Don't let her go on any soliloquies. It's too much editing.
Soliloquies. But no, it was really fun to have you. It was nice to do. This is a very new.
It's a dream come true, honestly.
It should
Me
be
too.
Good, yeah. It's a dream come true for me to talk to a woman.
Yeah. They don't like the whole racist thing. Apparently, I don't.
No, that wasn't me. Who in the bit you were? Neither of us are racist. Let's get that clear.
I'm not a racist. I
No
swear.
one said that.
Yeah, this was fun.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun.
It was new to do it with 3 people. Definitely chaotic. I feel like no matter what topic we picked, it would have been pure chaos.
Yeah,
Y'all are
yeah.
chaos.
No.
Period.
Our episodes do tend to get a little bit chaotic. Not this chaotic though. This one was especially.
yeah.
We've never argued
Yeah.
that long about a list.
No,
That was
we definitely
that was
not. We
I'm
definitely
double
really
the
good at
time?
arguing. It's crazy.
You should have gone into
Yes.
law, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, have a great.
Yeah, this has
probably
been
a week.
rankings.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a week.
We ranked a thing. We'll see you next week. There's clips. There should be clips. We're recording this like
Yeah.
really early on, but there should be clips up on. And one thing we forgot to mention. Well, also Spotify. Trying to get on Apple Podcasts. I don't know if we will be by the time this is up, but there's a YouTube. There's a
We
Spotify.
will be. Yeah, we will be.
We have an Instagram that you should also follow, and we have a TikTok. And then you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The clips will be posted across all 3 of those.
Yeah. There'll be anywhere that you watch this. There'll be
Yeah.
links below. Everything.
Anywhere with like the rapid fire videos, whether it's a TikTok or reel or a short,
Yeah.
the clips will be there.
And if you are listening on Spotify, you can participate in polls every week that we post. I forgot to say that as well. We can put polls on Spotify, so you can participate in those, which kind of part of the show, a little bit enjoyable.
Yeah,
So
comment
make
down
sure.
below.
Yeah, we'll probably put like the top 5 up and see what everybody kind of says.
Yeah, comment your top 10 sitcoms. Do you agree with our lists? Why don't you agree with our lists? You probably don't. Most people
You
have a
have to
million things
agree
wrong.
with our
Yeah,
list.
no, that's what we tell them. We tell them that, like you have to agree. Like people
Just
be like,
pushing the
apples are
narrative.
incredible. And it's like, no, they're not because they're not in the top 10.
And follow us individually on Instagram too. I'm
Yeah, do
Lewis
that.
and Muskoka. Nick is _ Big Bang Theory hater. And we'll see you in the
My
next one.
Instagram is at Old Sheldon.
Old girl.
Old girl. Oh, yeah, we.
Have a good week. We can't go on any longer. We're gonna kill our last set of fucking batteries.
That's the episode. We ranked it. Another thing successfully ranked. Yep, that just happened. The night. Yeah, no, that was fun. I've had to piss since like our number 5.